Hi everybody, Catfish Jones here, going to negotiate my way out of this parking lot, away from this workplace, and on home. Oh, look at that dog right there. My buddy Hopper brought his puppy with him to work. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It is that gorgeous of a day. Had it been this gorgeous on Wednesday, why, we would have had a vlog outside. As it is, we did a wonderful job having a vlog in the Mad Science Lab. Came out very well. I was very satisfied with it. And all fun things like that. Here we are, Thursday, band practice day, and the first car talk of the week. Figured I'd have a pipe on the way home too, why not? Mentioned musical rabbit holes on the YouTube. Mentioned it during my vlog Wednesday. And today was no different. Had some great rabbit holes. And some stuff that maybe I should be aware of. A band called The Sword. Kind of heavier, but a band I was very impressed with. And mentioned it to a few other people. Like, oh yeah, they came through town, a year ago? Oh, okay. Better late than never, one could say. The Sword, good little heavy band that has been making its way into my rabbit holes. Mentioned Jerry Reed making its way into my rabbit holes. My thing is, I love full albums, and not everybody has like a full album version of their stuff on there, so a lot of the rabbit hole finds I find are full albums, just because I find one good full album, listen all the way through, and it auto plays onto the next full album, and plays all the way through, and auto plays onto the next one. And like I say, 3 or 4 albums in, I'm unfamiliar with what we're listening to. Yes, indeed, YouTube rabbit holes. More than just musical rabbit holes on YouTube. There's a lot of other wonderful things if you just follow the next video, scroll along that sidebar and follow another video, and scroll along and follow another one. I'm enjoying hopping into these live streams and communicating with the chatters in the chat boxes and finding great content that way. A lot of great chatters make great content. Following a painter called the Art Sherpa. I don't know if you follow the Art Sherpa at all, but she's an awesome acrylic painter. Does great and epic live streams where she paints full on for hours. Her husband manages the videography and live stream stuff, so she can just concentrate on her work. And just lots of great people, real people in the chat. So, again, the Art Sherpa, just a great painter. Lots of inspiration coming from there. So, for me, I've got a lot of great ideas art-wise. Still rolling on these tiny paintings, and I've got one I might even do early. But this morning, I had a little bit of an adventure myself. An art adventure. Hopped on, and usually I'm up pretty early, and I'll jump into some live streams, Westphalia Chronicles, sometimes Mark Fun Jones. But this morning I wanted to do a little Photoshop drawing with a little bit of monitor capture with the open broadcast system. And I jumped on there and clicked the record button so I could record just some tests and make sure my screen fit and everything. Looked down a handful of minutes later, and wouldn't you know it, I was streaming. Nothing very interesting. Just me dorking around trying to get all my files and doodads and whatnot all in place and whatnot, but it did remind me that it's been a little while since I have done any streaming, and I want to get some streams going soon, so look for some live stream from me. But before that, perhaps today, perhaps tomorrow, I'll have a little bit of a drawing video, which was fun. Had some fun stuff there. More live streams. Can't guarantee when, how much, how many, what all that, but I would like to do more live streams. And more than tiny paintings, I have in my head 2 or 3 other paintings finished, but not one brush touched a large canvas. So I've got work to do on that front. My other side projects have some work that needs on them as well. Playing all these Gunther Skunk songs recently has me really itching to make a Gunther Skunk record. But I really have to wait, because once you dive in, it takes up a bunch of time, and I know me, I'll just get stuck in it and won't come up for weeks. So I'm not going to quite do that yet. Some of the other projects from the first of the year are pretty much done, but they're at that closure stage where it takes some actual work to finish. And for me, some people think maybe the creativity is the actual work, the painting or the writing or even the playing is the actual work, and it's not really. Those things just kind of happen for me. It's the secondhand stuff, the what to do with it when the art is created type of stuff that I struggle with. I don't struggle too hard, I just move on to creating something new. Oh look, I made that. Let's make something next. And forget that one thing I made, I need to go forward with it. Find ways to share it, publish it, in whatever format it may be publishable. And then I can move on to the next phase, which is more creativity, more fun, more joy. I mentioned band practice tonight. Thursday nights are usually writing practice. And true to form, we usually end up writing something pretty awesome just to write. Last week we stumbled onto something pretty awesome, I think. A great little sound. Something we've been working towards. Making songs that we haven't made before for sure, but maybe nobody else has made either. And if we can, why, that's what we want to do. So the one that we wrote last week, I think it's called Everybody Waits There or something like that. Really, there's just one hook that stuck out, and everything else, lyric-wise, is going to be subject to that. Certainly subject to change and whatnot from there. Hi! It has been a drive home. A real drive home. And I'm ready to be done. Got a big dog next door barking at me. They're all just staring me down. Hi, guys. But let me shut it down right here. And maybe update you a little bit too. I mentioned in a car talk previously that I had a... There we go. Mentioned in a car talk previously I had a engine warning light. And don't necessarily try this at home, but I just let it go for a week, intending to get it looked at, and it just went away. So sometimes that happens. Sometimes that's a thing. But not always. So needless to say, the car is running well. I still need to get my oil changed, and that'll happen probably tomorrow. And then probably this weekend will be a drive to Nebraska, good 3-hour drive, go see my papa and my mama, hang with the family, and then back on the road home. So should be a fun weekend, should be a good weekend for me to get you guys some vidya and have a lot of fun with that. So still haven't thought of an ending. So until I do, I'm just going to say cheers here and hope you guys are well. But if you have ideas for an ending, feel free to chime in on them because I'm always looking for something good. In the meantime, that was me, Catfish Jones, on a car talk with Catfish. A little bit of a pipe, Dr. Graybow, I don't know. It's a doctor, and a little bit of the Cherry Cavendish on this drive home with me, your host, Catfish Jones. Again, until I think of an ending, I'm just going to say cheers. Cheers.